Hello and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sunaina, and here I am doing another update for Divine Masculine, as has been promised to you, ladies, with regards to these energy changes so quick, so rapid, so volatile. We'll have to definitely make changes to our lives. Yes, we all know that. But at the same time, these energies are so rapidly changing that this periodic checkup in the month of July, August, and September going into October will be an ongoing process, guys. With regards to eclipses, the Lion's Gate portal, everything that has opened, closed, eclipses gone, lot of changes, divine feminine, with regards to the twin flame connection, with regards to your divine masculine, things are very, very pronounced, very, very visible at this point in time, guys. At this point in time. Now, let me tell you, the whole theme over here with regards to the divine masculine's approach towards this twin flame connection, there are two very important stories that you need to know, two very important the word that I'm looking for is two important issues that he is dealing with in this period from 15th of August to the 20th of August 2019, guys. Okay. Now, the first thing that he's dealing is to build back this love. And the second thing he's dealing with is to build back himself. So this entire energy is floating around the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, guys. So the Eight of Pentacles is he is having to restart this process, restart his own future in love with the twin flame connection, restart this beautiful journey in the twin flame connection. At the same point in time, restart himself that he hadn't done for a very long time, where he was codependent on situations, codependent on some karmic situation, codependent on some third party obligation to bring forward his joy, his happiness, his fulfillment, his resources, which now he has realized is not going to happen. And therefore, it is now up to him to restart this entire journey from the 15th of August 2019, guys. It's a restart for the divine masculine, because so long whatever he has been doing, but now he's coming to the point of knowing in practical sense what is that he first needs to do. So there are two important messages that he has got from his inspiration. His divine inspiration is, first, he has to restart the entire process, the Eight of Pentacles, as an apprentice, as a starter, as somebody who is right below the ladder, and he has to build, and build. And the second is, once he is building, simultaneously he is also building himself to come to the point of the Nine of Pentacles, guys. So he's starting with the Eight of Pentacles to reach the Nine of Pentacles, and that's where the whole story floats around in the month, in this period in time, from 15th of August to around the 20th of August 2019, guys. Now, in the higher self, with regards to his energy level in the twin flame connection, he has got these two blessings, guys. He has got, excuse me, door to romance and a woman holding a coin, guys. Okay? And these two cards are very, very clear message with regards to my understanding of this twin flame connection that the divine masculine is also getting a hold of at this point in time, to know in his life what is that he definitely has to walk into. And that it is the story in here, guys. the door to romance. Okay, he has to walk into the door to romance, and because of that, he has to overcome the third party relationship now, because he cannot keep those two things in the same place anymore. If he wants to open this channel, if he wants to open this door to romance, to the woman who is holding the pentacle for him, it's like the Ace of Pentacle, and she's letting him know, and that's you, Divine Feminine. You are letting him know that yes, you're welcome to my world. The door to romance is where I am. I'm waiting for you. I have the offer. I can give you everything that you need in life. I have the pentacle here, the Ace of Pentacle here with me. And that's what I'm holding, the new beginning, to start this fresh journey with you, Divine Masculine. My door to romance is there with you. It's open. I'm waiting inside. But if you have to enter this door, you have to get rid of the third party connection in here. And your message is very clear, straightforward, direct, and to the point, Divine Feminine. Because now you're letting him know that if you want to enter my house, the house that I live in, the house that is beautiful, flourished with all kinds of elegance and love, look at the love that I'm holding inside this beautiful cage in here, which is right what you see when you enter the door. The cage to my heart is there. It's up to you to open this cage and take this heart from inside the cage, which is waiting to receive you with love. But, if you want to access that, you have to finish off with the third party obligation, the karmic situation, because I'm not going to play a dual game here with you in this connection anymore. Your message is to the Divine Masculine, ladies, is very straightforward, clean, clear-cut, and precise. You're not here to play games, and you're not going to entertain any kind of those dual relationships, because for you, what it is, Divine Feminine, is you are here to offer this man everything, and he knows that. He knows that you are here to give him everything, including his love, his emotions, his happiness, his fulfillment, his bliss, everything. But if he has to enter this gate towards this success story in the twin flame connection, he will have to close the cycle of his past life and enter this door. Otherwise, he is going to be barred. As simple as that, guys. His love oracle lets him know love, and love. There you go. The Two of Cups in here. Love. There is a love here. There is a love here, guys. It's love, and love. Look at this beautiful card. I'm pretty sure you can see this, okay? So they are letting him know there is love for you, guys. Divine Masculine. It's up to you now what you want to do with this love. It's there with you. Very much. And she is the person here, sitting there, holding that Ace of Pentacles, filled with love, filled with longing, filled with memories, filled with goodies, goodness, whatever you might want to say. She's waiting there to receive you. As soon as you enter this door, this big heart is waiting for you from her. But it's up to you to take that heart now. Okay? Now, as far as his romance angel is concerned, they're letting him know, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. He needs to make that effort now. He has to come forward to make that effort with you, Divine Feminine, to re-enter this door to romance, to give you that love and happiness that you deserve from this twin flame connection that you had been missing out on from him. That right emotional connection, he has to now make that effort to come forward to give that to you in order for him to take that love from you, guys. Okay, so he needs to make that effort. He definitely has to make that effort in order to take that love back from the cage into him from you. He is desperate, guys. He's desperate to take this love, but he will have to finish the old cycle, the old karmic cycle, before he can make music again. Okay? He can make this music only when he does the right things. And the fairy oracles are letting him know it's the music of love. Sing that tune, make that music, go around in your head, play to the tune of the music of love, and see how things happen in your life in the right way. It's time for that. So all the blessings are in here, guys. At the same time, he is also getting the blessing from the universe, which is letting him come down from being suspended for a very long time to realize that time is very short. Not short otherwise, but time is short for everything that he now needs to practically kick his heels up and run towards it, because the Nine of Pentacles will otherwise go floating out of his zone and he will never be able to bring it back into his own world. So he has to catch this floating time, this going away time. He has to bring this Nine of Pentacles back into the pocket in here and close it for his own purpose, for his own luxury, for his own comfort, or else other people are going to all take it away and he will be left with an empty sack in here, guys. Excuse me. So right now he is in the process of kicking up his heels. Look at the man in a rush. His one leg is still tied up in here, but the other leg, he is kicking up his heels. He'll slowly get to the fact where the other leg will be set free. But at this moment, the realization has come into him, or is coming into him, that he needs to act ASAP, to build this connection back, to build himself back, to get back the luxury and comfort for himself first, and then that is what he will be able to share it with you. Because until he has the comfort all by himself, until he is able to completely nourish himself, until he is able to completely flourish himself, he will not be able to share that nourishment with you guys. So that is the reason now, excuse me, he is in a rush. He is in a rush to bring back the Nine of Pentacles, which is, again, working through the Eight of Pentacles in order for him to reach that stage, because he's realized somewhere in the higher self that he doesn't have much time to build back himself and to build back this connection. He will have to act quickly, or else this door to romance will shut forever. And he doesn't. He's running towards this, guys. He's running towards this. If you see this man in here, he's running towards all these stories because he wants it. But at the same time, he knows the Nine of Pentacles and the one pentacle you're holding is a Ten of Pentacles, which is domestic bliss, which he cannot do alone. But this journey starts with him alone first, before he can tango with you, before he can get you and have the two to tango for the twin flame connection with regards to this journey in the Ten of Pentacles, guys. So there it is. The story starts from here, guys. Beautiful. And he's already lifted one of his leg. The other one is still tied because he's still figuring out things, the way he wants to work through this strategy, through this process. But at the same time, he's running towards all this, the sound of the music that he has heard from the universe that is helping him to rush forward. Because now he has learned his lessons, he has seen things from a different perspective, he knows the facts, he knows the truth, and now he wants to go forward quickly in order for him to build back the Eight Pentacles and then the Nine Pentacles, after which he can jump into the 10th Pentacle, guys. Alright. Now, this is the mind space, again the heart space and the 3D space, guys. Okay. Now, in the mind space, at this moment, after the eclipse, the Lion's Gate portal, look at this, guys. The Eight of Cups in the upright, the Knight of Pentacles upright. Again, the ninth pentacle here and one pentacle here. Exactly. The 10 of pentacles, guys. So now, he's leaving behind the 8 tempted cups. He's out on a pilgrimage, guys. He doesn't want to look back at those 8 empty cups anymore. He doesn't. He has had enough of those 8 empty cups. He's leaving those behind. He no more fears the change. At one point in time, he was fearing the change of moving forward in this connection. But from this period in time, guys, he is no longer fearing that change. He's ready to move forward. He's ready to move forward, to make that offer first to himself and then to the twin flame connection and then to you, divine feminine. He's getting ready. Okay, he's starting off with a 1 pentacle in here, but he already has the 9 pentacles floating out of his pocket. So now he has to bring back the 8 pentacles to restart this journey with regards to your love situation in the twin flame connection, guys. So he no longer fears, in his mind space, he no longer fears this change of scenario. He has to leave things behind what he has to leave things behind. He doesn't want to keep that on hold anymore. Reason being, again, the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. He needs to restart this journey in the right direction. The Page of Cups in the reverse. He has to make that offer. I'm going card by card with you first, okay? He has to come back. That apology that he owes you. In the mind space, he knows he has to make that apology work now because he is waiting for the right judgment call to come to him from the universe, which is coming down into his mind space, but is not completely there. But once that comes, he is again in the Knight of Cups mode. Dreamy, wearing his heart on the sleeve to make that offer with regards to opening the gateway, with regards to moving away from obstructions and delays, with regards to the progression in this twin flame connection, that he knows he can go forward only with the love he has. Other things will not work for him. He knows that. His emotions and love is going to overcome the obstructions, the obstacles in this twin flame connection that will provide him with the planning stage of moving forward, waiting for the ships to come into the harbor, but he has to override this obstruction and delay with his love. He doesn't have any other way of overriding this to bring back the equal give and take, the reciprocity in this relationship, in the mind space, the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, guys. So he knows this entire story. I've just broken it up for you. Okay? He knows this entire story. Now you see 6, 7, and 8. He has to rebuild the mind space. He has to restart on that. The 2 of Cups. 1 cup which is in the reverse, 1 cup which is straightforward. He has to align these 2 cups for this love in the twin flame connection. Plus the 10 cups of emotional fulfillment. The 2 cups in here and the 8 cups. He wants to bring back the emotional fulfillment in this love situation as well, guys. To restart and rebuild this connection from where otherwise he has no option left anymore. Wow. Look at this. Please give me a major arcana for the mind space in here. We have the Judgment sitting in the reverse. It's basically the Judgment is sitting in the reverse is because right now he's in the planning process and they're waiting to see how he plans it out in the right direction before they let him move forward, guys. Okay? And in the planning process is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the 5 of Cups in the reverse, Temperance upright, and the King of Cups. Now look at this. He has to build back his fortune, guys. He has to reopen this. slowly. Slowly, again the Eight of Pentacles in here, in the reverse. He has to restart this work very, very slowly in the mind space, or else he doesn't have a way out now. He has to go along this road now. That judgment is coming up to let him know. In the reverse, the only way you can open your karma in the right direction or clean and clear your karma is to take the help of this 9 pentacles and the 10 pentacles to build it back in the right direction, bringing back your 10 of cups happiness in your mind, guys. Leaving behind the old 3 dented cups, pick up the 2 cups, which he is going to do to build back the 2 of cups, the love in here. With the King of Cups in here, guys. Complete emotional intelligence, fulfillment, leaving behind that unemotional part of his life to balance back his emotions in the right direction, guys. In the right direction. That's what he needs to do. He has to work through that process. He doesn't have an option. Okay? So therefore, the King of Cups has appeared in here to balance this emotional intelligence from where they will help him to walk out of that miserable state of him feeling sorry for what did not happen before in order to clean and clear his karma in the right direction, to reopen this channel of love in the twin flame connection. He is getting ready for that in the mind space, taking the help of this man, the King of Cups in the upright, guys. To build back this love slowly in the mind space, bringing it to the right place, simultaneously he growing along with it, simultaneously filling his 10 cups of emotions with love, fulfillment, and joy. And that's how his karma will be able to work in the right direction, guys. But this is going to happen very slowly. It's going to take a little bit of time, guys. He will walk into it, but he will not rush. I mean, it will be a slow process of change. It's happening. It's starting to happen. But the process is a little bit slow because it's like, it's taking time in order to build up to that area. But the process is already on. It's already on in the mind space from the 15th onwards, guys. Now, in the heart space, look. Excuse me. The theme is the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, if you take this 1 pentacle here and match it with the 7, it's the 8 of Pentacles too. Okay, so I would consider that 7 pentacles that has been wasted, gone down the drain, and that he knows very well that in his heart space now he has to rebuild because he has lost the 7 pentacles. It's been a wasted harvest in this twin flame connection, and now he cannot work or spend time doing anything else or working without rewards in this connection. But for him to bring back the reward in his heart, he will have to take the help of this 1 pentacle in here to make it the 8 of Pentacles in the theme as well, guys. Okay, now going forward in the heart space with the theme in mind, 8 of Cups here, 8 of Cups. He's leaving behind the 8 dented cups, the 8 empty cups. Same change in here. He no longer fears leaving things behind in the heart, in the mind, guys. That's because he's coming out of the state of spiritual poverty with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. The sudden change that is coming into his heart, floating into his heart to let him know that he now needs to see the light at the end of the tunnel, which is already shining with the moonlight in here. After the eclipse, he can see that as well, guys. This is a very positive card, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Getting out of that spiritual poverty, of feeling cold and poor and helpless, to make that sudden change in his heart, to know that he can see the light of this moon shining at the end of the tunnel of this beautiful journey, guys. So his heart is coming back to life as well with the moonlight in here, guys. To build it back, now look at this, the 7 plus 3, 10, the 10 pentacles in here. And that's why he's leaving behind the 8 empty cups to build back his 10 of pentacles in the right direction now. He wants to bring back the 10 of pentacles with you, divine feminine, to tango in this connection of the heart. And that's because he wants to bring back the 4 of wands. The joy, the bliss, the happiness, the beautiful gates that is going to open for him towards his security, towards his happiness of love, emotional fulfillment, passion, flame, fire in this love connection, in this heart as well, guys. The 10 of pentacles under the 4 of wands. What more do you want, ladies? Really? That's because now look at him. He realizes that he has been injured. He has been injured in the heart for a very long time and he wants to get over that. He wants to open the doors now. He wants a 3 of wands in the reverse, guys, with the 9 and with the 9 of wands and the 4 of wands. He wants to open back the doors so that he can wait for his ships to come into the harbor after this massive injury. He is now wanting to make plans to go towards his domestic happiness with you, divine feminine. And the domestic happiness is with the 10 of pentacles, not alone. Not alone. So in his heart space, he is doing all this calculations, all this work. And you know why? It's right here, guys. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the Moon in the reverse, and the World card in the reverse, guys. Okay? Because he knows that he needs you back, guys. He needs you back. He has, because his heart is with you. But he knows that he has to reach you. He has to make all this effort, guys. He has to preserve his strength. With the 4 of Pentacles in his heart, he has to preserve his guts. He's guarding those areas of his life. He's not letting you know, divine feminine. He's guarding, he's preserving his energy in the heart that is coming back to him at this point in time. But he's not going, because he is also grounding his heart in the right direction to move towards the 10 of Pentacles. But at this moment, he's not going to let you know because he is preserving the secrets in his heart. He's not going to open it up to you right away. He's not going to tell you right away what he wants right now. He wants to ground back himself in the right way. And that's why, and that is the why he knows you are there with him to help him ground him back in this journey. And that's why with all the pentacles, he's also grounding back himself, the 4 of Pentacles, where he's conserving his energy, preserving his energy in the heart, waking his heart back into life, shaking it back so that he can look at the 3 of wands in the mind space in the right direction, not in the reverse, in the right direction with regards to bringing back his domestic bliss and prosperity in the twin flame connection. Guys, and it's happening because the moon, after the eclipse, has closed his old cycle, and it's time for him to begin the new cycle in his love story with you, twin, the divine feminine. The fear, the terror, the dread has all dissipated with regards to closing the old cycle. And the strength from the moonlight has given him the strength to, in reality, close that old cycle that he was unhappy in, to open a new cycle of love in his world, in the twin flame connection, to ground himself back in order to bring back control in his life. Because he knows that you are the only person, divine feminine, who can help him to bring back order and control, not only in his life, but also in his heart space. He knows that very well. And that is exactly what he wants to do now, moving forward, because now he's getting prepared to deal with this situation. Like I said, thinking, yes, thinking. He will take time to think, guys. You still have to give him some time to rethink on the strategies he's working out. He's not going to let you know for sure. But at the same point in time, he's doing all this internal work all by himself. Let's take a major clarifier for the heart energy in here, please. Wow, before I could ask. The lovers. Look at this, guys. The 10 of Swords. He's finishing off with the old cycle in his heart. It's done with. The lovers. Look at this beautiful connection in here. He's balancing his emotion in the right way with love in heart, guys. That's what he's making music with in the higher self, to walk into the door to romance with you, ladies. Wow. I love this. Okay. And now in the 3D, guys, look at this. He's got the Page of Pentacle in the reverse. That's because in the 3D, he's again grounding back into reality. He's doing, like I said, the 9 of Pentacle is all about grounding himself back in the right way. 8 of Pentacle is again building back to ground himself in the right way. This entire thing right now in the month of August is all about him coming back into life to find his feet on the ground that had somewhere shaken him completely, overwhelmed him, destroyed him totally. He's coming back into the right frame of mind. In the 3D too, he's waiting back for things in the heart and in the mind to help him come back to life and ground himself back with the earth energy in reality in the 3D. And that's a little bit of a waiting process here. Now, if you see this connection, 7 Pentacle, 8 Pentacle, and the 9th Pentacle here. So everything is interrelated, ladies and gentlemen. Everything for the twin flame connection is interrelated in all this entire story in here. Now, in the 3D, he's waiting to do that, but at the same time, he's picking up that 1 cup out of the 5 cups. Right now, he's not picking up the 2 cups, guys. I told you it's all about him. Right now, he's going to make music of love, but only when he gets into the right path. That's when he will be able to welcome back this love into him, because now he's learning to love himself in the 3D. He's picking up that Ace of Cup that he wants it to be filled. He will take your help, but right now he's trying to understand what he now needs to do with that empty Ace of Cups. How can he fill it back? It's all about him. He's going through these strategies in mind. Okay, he's walking through these strategies, and he now knows that in order to fill back that 1 empty cup, the Ace of Cup that he's holding in his hand, he needs the mental clarity of the Queen of Swords. He needs her. He needs that 1 sword of truth. the mental sword of clarity that's going to help him move through the 3D world as well and fill his cup back with happiness as well. So he knows for his Ace of Cup to be full, he needs to clear his mental stability. He needs emotional stability. He needs mental stability in order to ground him back in the right way, for him to get back his own control. Because right now in the 3D energy, he doesn't feel all that great with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. He feels he doesn't, because to reach this, he has to go through the 8 and 9 pentacles, and then he will go into the 10th, and then he will be the king. But right now, he doesn't feel like he can protect anything or anybody else at this point, because he needs protection at this moment. He needs to be grounded. He needs to work upon himself in order for him to be the King of Pentacles, to protect this other connection with you, twin flames. But for him to nurture that, he will have to first nurture himself. That in order will bring back the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, the reciprocity in love, in the mind space, in the 3D. It's a dupe, guys. He knows that he will have to furnish, flourish, nurture this connection for it to be revived in the right way, with the right give and take policy in here. But he will have to be the King of Pentacles before he can maneuver his policies into giving and sharing, or giving and taking in the right direction. He needs enough in his pocket to share stuff with you, Divine Feminine. Because right now, his emotions in the 3D is a little bit difficult to get a hold of with the King of Cups in the reverse. You know, he's the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So he's the King of Cups in the reverse, which is situated between the give and take. So for him, he will have to manifest this King of Cups in the 3D, which is going to bring him here for sure. But at the same time, when he does get his emotional intelligence, he gets money in his pocket in the right direction, he can actually give and take this relationship in the right way to protect and nurture it in the right direction. And that's the mental clarity as the Queen of Swords, that he is looking into this picture to fill his own Ace of Cups with happiness, to get grounded at the same point in time, as well as for him in the 3D, that he knows from the 5D, guys, for him to match with you, Divine Feminine, to build this teamwork, he will have to take care of his emotional garbage and baggage, to leave that behind in order to close the old cycle first, before he can build this teamwork with you in the 3D. He knows that very, very well as well. Like he knows that in the higher self. Okay? He has to leave that old teamwork, that old commitment. He has to come back to you in the right way to match your elegance and your beauty and your courage and your sense of duty, guys. For him to do this, he will have to close the old cycle, to leave that old emotional baggage and garbage behind from the old cycle of his life, guys, in order for him to move forward in the 3D in the right possible direction. So at this moment in the 3D too, guys, it's all coming from this channel here. It's coming down slowly, it's floating down slowly, and it's going to float down more as days go by. You will see the change for yourself, guys. Now look at this 3D here too, okay? He's juggling, guys, with all the pentacles here. He's juggling with the 2 of Pentacles because he wants things to happen in the 3D, but he's getting to understand from the mind space, the higher space, the mind space, the heart space. He's juggling in the 3D to get things in the right direction, because in the 3D, you know, he has to do a lot of work as well that he's doing in the heart and the mind. and the 5D that is giving him all the blessings. But for him, in order to manifest that blessing in the 3D, right now in this period, he's juggling between the Two of Pentacles to bring his own stuff back into the grounding position, his resources, his money, his time, his energy into this twin flame connection. He's juggling to find the right footing that will take him forward towards your success story, guys. Please give me a major clarifier for the 3D energy here. A major clarifier, please. Major arcana, please. My question was wrong. Major arcana, please. In the 3D, he has problems with his money part of the story, guys. That is in the 3D his entire issue, people, that he will have to take care of, guys. A major arcana in the 3D. He definitely has a lot of money issues. Not that he doesn't have money, don't get me wrong. But in case he, what it is that, not in case, that was a wrong way of putting it up. Yeah, look, it's money, money, and money in the 3D, guys. It's like he has money, guys, don't get me wrong. A major arcana here, please. But the thing is that money has to be, if he has to leave that old connection, close the old cycle, he will have to forego a part of his monetary deal, guys. Somebody will take it away from him. He won't have that money to survive that he wants to have in his pocket when he moves towards this twin flame connection. That is his problem, guys. He will have to let that resource leave his hand, his pocket. And that's why he's desperately trying to build his own stuff up, so that if he has to leave behind what he has to leave behind, he will still have enough to survive. And for you, not survive, to walk in the right direction, guys, But it's not about survival. It's more about having enough in your pocket to enjoy this twin flame connection with you, guys. Because he doesn't want to depend on you, for sure. One major arcana, please, for the 3D stuff in here. He doesn't want to depend on you, ladies. He doesn't. And his ego will come in the way if he has to depend on you for survival. So he wants to survive on his own terms and conditions with you, the twin flame connection. But for that, he needs the money. Here it is. Judgment. Judgment and the hangman in the reverse, guys. Just like this in here. In the upper area. He's coming down to. He has realized what he needs to do in the 3D as well, because his direction is coming from the top in here, guys, with regards to this kicking his heels up as quickly as possible. He needs to do that in the 3D in order to bring back things in the right way in the 3D. Because look, it's all about money, guys. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the King, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Pentacles, very, very poor with money, guys. He's feeling left out in the cold with regards to his financial aspect, but now he's trying to free that. He's trying to get away from that. That's the judgment that he is getting from the universe to kick his heels up in order to quickly set himself free from that mental imprisonment, self-imposed mental imprisonment with his want and need in regards to this twin flame connection in the 3D as well, guys. That he will have to quickly manifest, because look at this. He feels very poor as far as his money part of the story is concerned in the 3D, guys. He's got too many pentacles for me to ignore this story. Grounding is a part of the story, but he has got money issues, which is very clear, because the thing is, when he's closing a cycle here, he's obviously has responsibilities in here too. Because If it's a divorce area of the story, that's okay. But even if you are divorcing, legally separating, you will have to fund for alimony, okay? But if it's not that, if he's just leaving the situation, he will still have to fund those people who are codependent on his funding for their survival, guys. So in that case, he will have to furnish for himself to build that strength of the 8 and 9 of Pentacles only for himself, which he wants to take along with you in the material world as well. And that is the realization he's coming to terms with, to set himself free from the area of money bondage as quickly as possible, to build his own strength up with luxury, comfort, and with everything in his zone in the right direction, guys. Yeah, hold on for a second. Yes. It's all about the Nine of Pentacles in here too. There you go. And that's what he's releasing himself from his old understanding that he cannot build himself back, because now he has realized for him to move into the twin flame connection, he will have to be at par with you, Divine Feminine. That's for sure. But in order for him to be at par with you, to have an equal give and take relationship in this twin flame connection, he will have to build his own strength up in the rightful direction to flourish himself with all comforts, luxury that he can finally, with the Ten of Pentacles, can finally share it with you. But right now, he's doing that for himself in the process with this energy check in here, guys, which is very, very, very clear in the 3D. The rest of the story in the mind space, in the blessing area, in the heart space is all good, guys. But when it comes down to the practical feasibility of the situation, it's about money story here. Resources, even time, his energy, everything, but money is playing a major role in the 3D for the divine masculine as of this period in time that he's trying to settle. He's trying to get a hold of in the right direction, and he's trying to move into this twin flame connection with the right resources, with the right money in his pocket, guys. Until then, goodbye. God bless you. Khuda Hafiz. Namaste.